Hey guys, how you doing? This is Jackson from Trinity and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Northgard. As you can see on the screen, this is the Ragnarok update. Now, Northgard is a game that I am new to. It's a real-time strategy game based on Norse mythology, and you control a clan of Vikings via control of the mysterious newfound continent. Now, first impressions when I had a quick go at this just to have a look at the gameplay and understand it, it reminded me very much of Age of Empires. Excuse me, in the way that the game looked, certainly how it felt and how it played as well. Northgard has been developed by Shiro Games, and it actually went to Steam Early Access around about the 22nd of February last year, and it was officially released in March this year. And even so, it went to, I believe, at least the top 4 positions of the Steam charts, and excuse me, currently now sits at, I think it's 4th most played, or it certainly was for certainly a while anyway. The game was recommended to me by a couple of friends, so thanks Wes and Brad for that. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the story mode. So let's get on it. So I'm going to replay the story. I'm going to go to Act 1, and all I've done is the prologue and then the initial chapter. So we'll play the prologue first.
I am Rig, son of the High King Hargurorf, and this is my saga. It all began one fateful day. My father had gathered all his jarls to make an announcement of the utmost importance. We were to embark for the wondrous lands of Northgard. Riches, conquest and glory awaited us on this mysterious new continent. But the Norns had other plans for us. Dozens of armed men suddenly poured into the hall and put an abrupt end to our ambitions and to our lives. They were mercenaries, led by a man named Hagen from the clan of the Raven. In a matter of minutes, we were all slaughtered like sheep. All but me, barely conscious and vastly outnumbered. I had no way to fight back, so I feigned death. I seethed as he stole the map of Northgard and ripped the regal horn from my father's throne, a family heirloom and the very symbol of our royalty. I had to avenge my father and reclaim my kinghood.
So there we go, that's the prologue. Is about details it's going to get in terms of story right now. So what we'll do is we'll hit on the first chapter.
I had no strength left when I encountered a group of runaways of the Stag clan, led by a proud young man named Bran. Hagen's men had set his town aflame, and he had nothing left, not even his father, the clan's jarl, who had died at the hands of the fiend, just like mine. Our common enemy had sailed for Northgard, over which he now had a map. All I could think about was finding him to avenge my father and retrieve the regal horn.
So it's all about getting his hands on the regal horn by the looks of things. So if we go back, so Brand, proud and noble at heart, the bannerman of the Stag clan is loyal to is a loyal man who lives and fights with honor. Nothing matters more to him than his people's well-being. He is faithful to you as his father was to you, yours, and is willing to help you exact your revenge, and conquer Northgard.
I had no.
Oh, he's going to play this again. Let's skip this. We've already heard it now. We're actually going to go into the game. I didn't realise it would play just the cutscene. I thought it was going to start the game as well. So this is the tutorial, really. Glad to see you back on your feet, my lord. I'm surprised at how fast you recovered. I suppose rage is an excellent healer. Still, we've wasted enough time already. We must go after Hagen as soon as possible. Indeed, time is of the essence. Our camp is far from the enemy, but we are marooned in an unknown province on the outskirts of your kingdom. I shall prove myself worthy of their trust. I won't do that all the time. However, impatient I am to get even with that scum, my priority is to ensure their survival. Very good. Your restraint does you honour. Besides, none of us will be getting revenge if we starve to death first. Speaking of which, there will be no shortage of mouths to feed, so let us seek out food. Wood is also a vital resource, being used for both heating and construction. We must also leave the continent to set sail for Northgard. We shall need a proper shore to go out to sea. You are quite right. I suggest you instruct villagers to build a scout camp and train as scouts, so that they may explore the region. Getting started. You're in a safe, remote area. Your goal here is to meet basic survival needs of your clan: food, wood and houses. Be sure to train scouts so that they can explore the region, then expand your territory by colonizing nearby areas. Find a shore to embark in search of the undiscovered lands. Okay, so build is under B, which is always a nice thing. So a scout camp, that was what they wanted first, wasn't it? Let's get a scout camp on the go. I think probably getting more wood is always a necessity. So you can see, it looks to me very much like almost, in fact, not just Age of Empires, but Age of Empires Online. Really does look like that to me. So once you build the huts, what you actually have to do is assign people to them. So you, with a right click, can go there, you with a right click, once you finish building. Go and scout that area. And with he hasn't finished building it yet. There we go. So go and you become the woodcutter. So what he's now doing is he's searching like a scout with his hand up against his head, because, you know, that's how things work. And he is looking for, or scouting the next area, which you have now found. To expand your territory, you need to colonise the new area using food. Click on the area and spend some food to colonise it. So if I click on there... Okay, so I can... 2 lots of wheat, and I can put 3 buildings in that area. So let's colonise that initial area. So my scout is now auto-scouting. Once he starts, he doesn't need to stop anything and do anything else. But in the meantime, so what have we got in this area? We have 3 of 5 houses and 1 of 2 woodcutters that we can build. And I'm going to assume that that woodcutter also goes towards the... yeah, so it actually goes towards the 3 buildings, 3 of 5. Okay, so let's build in here, because we need to get food. Assuming there's going to be food for the winter. So, fields, we can put fields. It looks like those areas are classed as fertile land. So, we'll now get a builder who will hopefully come out and go and do that. I'll manually send them. And here's our hero brand. See, it looks quite nice. Definitely more of an Age of Empires Online feel, as I've said. Still a lovely art style. Also reminds me of... oh, what was that awful Molyneux game? Goddess? Goddess, was it? I'm sure it was that one. One of many games where he overpromised and underdelivered. But hey, Molyneux. Lol. So we have fields, we have a scout camp house. So it provides more shelter. So if I was to build a house there, I'm assuming that will increase the amount of population, so therefore we have more people. My lord, reconnaissance of the area has revealed an abandoned cottage. Perhaps we should order a scout to search it. They might be able to salvage some resources. Okay, where's my oh, agreed. We have to colonise the area before they can explore the ruins, however, so I still have to colonise here, which 40 food I will go ahead and do. I'll let my scout do that thing as well. You can actually go work that farm instead, that makes more sense. So once the house is built, has that been colonised? That has been colonised. So in fact we'll just get the scout to go and visit that first. So yeah, 1 house has given us 5 more spaces, so that means we can actually expand the growth of our village, which is good. So I'm going to build another woodcutter's lodge up on the edge of there. Get someone to go and do that for us. The scout is now... looks like he's healing, but I think he might be rummaging. Kind of looks like he's... but no, it looks like he is healing. As you can tell, I'm starting to feel a bit better. Certainly feeling better, that is for sure. After my severe bout of man flu. So we have 1 or 2 scout camps. We can upgrade it, but it needs an upgrade to the town hall. To upgrade the town hall, we need... looks like it's iron by the looks of things, maybe that is. It's certainly not coin, because I've got the coin, I've got the wood. Looks like it's a metal needed or something like that then. And actually we can see there it's actually going to pop out a new villager, which is going to make life a lot easier. So if we already have a villager, you go and work and farm that area for me. He's still magicking the shit out of that house. You can go and be the new woodcutter. So we have 2 or 3 buildings in there. And we have 4 or 5 in there, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another house in that area. Can I rotate these? Control, middle click, no. So we'll build another house anyway. And that'll expand our ability. We found some riches. We found 100 wood and some coin. That's useful. You go and scout that area then for me, will you? Okay, so what else can we build? We can build one more building in this area. And what have we got? A scout camp, another woodcutter, a healer's hut, a food silo. A food silo doesn't seem like a bad idea to be next to the farm. This means we can gather more food. You go do things. So getting plenty of wood in, we're getting plus 8 food, plus 7 wood, plus 3 coin, for some reason I assume. Did it actually tell us? Oh, town hall and trading. Oh, the crowns. I don't know what I'm trading though, because we haven't met anyone, so I don't know what I'm trading with. I'm sure it makes sense. But the farm is producing, which is good. So plus 12 from the villagers, plus 10 from farmers, and we're actually 12 minus 12 consumption. And we're getting plenty of wood in from the woodcutters, which is good. And once we have this silo in place as well, that's going to be helpful. So is that area now full? It is now full, as is this area. Pretty sure it means that we can't build another woodcutter as an example, so it's showing 1 of 2 woodcutters. Yeah, 5 of 5 buildings. So we have new enemies. Ooh, wolves. This new area is defended by enemies. Build a training camp and turn one of your villagers into a warrior. Oh, my scout doesn't get mullered while he's over there. But so a healer's hut. Where's the training camp? Have I missed it? Oh, it's there, military. Derp. Okay, let's just took a training camp at the back. So you two are working there. You dude, you can go and you can start work on that. So it looks like my scout is giving 0 Fs and just walking straight through the territory. And obviously not too worried about the wolves. Looks like I've got some deer up there. Does that assume that we can have a... Nope. The air is getting colder. Winter is almost upon us. Indeed, my lord, we should expect food to be scarcer, and our people will consume more firewood to heat their homes. Our military troops will be also weakened by the cold. It might not be the best time to fight. So is winter going to arrive? So it's in November. So should we not get any warriors until winter is over? Maybe that's the best thing to do right now. Scout is scouting. There are wolves in this area, but there are also deer, and I'm pretty sure there was a healer's hut? Hunter's lodge requires deer. So if I was to then... Can I then buy this area? Looks like I can't. So you're going to become a warrior. How many villages do we have? Plenty to be spare. So you are too going to become a warrior. And I'll tell you what, we'll take our hero as well to go over there. Maybe we can get in and fight these dudes before the weather comes. And there's the weather. Okay, let's just chill out there for a little bit. Literally. We could probably build another house whilst we're here. Get someone to work on that, please. You will do nicely. Go and build that. Get some more people in, and with some more people, we can then build a... was it a healer's hut? Ooh. My lord, one scout claims to have found a suitable coast for the construction of a port. Excellent, we should colonise the area leading up to this shore so that the builders can reach it and get to work. So, yeah, it looks like we are literally, you have to bounce from one section to the next. You can't just run through it and start building over here. So you have to colonise and then, well, let's purchase, I suppose, although they do call it colonise in this game. Colonise each area. Oh look, it does actually show when the weather is... can we click on it? It's to January? Oh no, it's just because we've got into January. Okay, so we've got more space to breed people with, which is useful. With that in mind, I am tempted to get a healer's hut. Although maybe I'm using too much wood in the winter. Not too sure. This is a tutorial, so I imagine it's not going to damage me too much. But since how long that's nearly built, I think I'm going to make him the healer as well. So I'm going to become the healer. Let's go and see what we can do against these vile wolves. Let's go into this area first. Oh shit, there's one right there. Okay, so I want to assume that you can come over here and heal. Maybe I have to bring my warriors to him. Is that what I have to do? Oh, yeah, and he's healing as well. Can't seem to rotate the camera either, which is mildly frustrating. So he's been healed as well. So we need to purchase that area, which means that we need to go over there. Right, okay, so come on. Let's go and have these wolves. Might lose someone. Gonna be close. Oof. I'll tell you what, you're gonna come back to there and get healed. So now we can actually colonise that area as well. So there's just the one wolf here. Won't have that wolfie. Yeah, the hero really does hit hard. Seems quite pleased with himself as well. So we've also destroyed the wolf den. Why are you not... Go and heal this person. Make them better. You are actually healing them, but you have to go and hide behind a tree. Well, that's normal. That's absolutely fine. So then we need to colonise that area as well. And I'm assuming we can build the landing or the embarkment area. Let me go over here though. I'm curious to see what the rest of the map has got. So I'd need to claim that land for 160 and then that land as well. Can't be much more for us to find, surely. Seems that land is limited. Go and scout over there as well. I'm just curious as to what we're going to find. So how's the silo looking? Does it tell us? Food silo? It does not. This guy is still being healed. So for now, let's bring our troops back. Bring them back to there. A scout was hurt while exploring a new area. Oh, bye. It's not going to tell me exactly what it was. So let's build a... did we buy this land? Let's build that land as well. Claim that land. Even. We can build a hunter's hut, which will then give us deer. Sure, that is the hunter's lodge. Let's do that. And go do things. So excellent, we found another house. I suppose we could colonise that as well. Send a scout back for some healing. But to know what he got damaged by though, I'm not too sure what happened there. Tell you what, colonise that one as well. Go and find out what's going on in that house. It's going to eat into our food, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Visit that house. So I can't actually go and fight anywhere, can I? So you become the hunter. You can become a hunter as well. Now we've got a nice little rain effect. It's not bad at all, is it, actually? Lovely little game. He's doing magic things on the house. Can we build another farm anywhere? Is that it in terms of fertile ground availability? I'm guessing it's just... This is where you can put your farm now, because this is where it's going to be. This is where you're going to hunt. Very specific area. This is where your logging area is. And so be it, I guess. Doesn't look like there are any more farming areas. We're gonna, well, again, there's the hunter's lodge. We've already bought that piece of land, so I know I'm kind of taking my time a little bit with it, but god damn, it's going to cost us 330 food. Wow. Just to get that next swamp area, which we can't really do anything with. But it would be nice to see what that house is going to bring. I wonder what the other house is going to give us. Tell you what, let's purchase that. Let the food build up. Happiness. So expected happiness is 5 and current is... So it gave us some wood and more gold, and that's all they gave us. So I guess food is not a thing right now. If we can, so to buy this area, 430 food. Wow. But I'm pretty sure there was an actual challenge for us to search all 3 houses, which I really do want to do. Maybe we should build the dock at least. Get that built. So is that locked? I'm assuming that has locked in the items. What's our warband? There. So let me go up into here as well. Yes, you can go into the territory. pretty sure the civilians were as our scout. Yeah, we need to claim the land before we can search the house. I don't know if I like that mechanic. You have to claim the land before I search the house, even though I've seen the said house, and that I can do something with it. Looks like, so colonize and use your scouts to explore this house where you'll find money and wood. So we'll never get food out of these, although it costs us a hell of a lot of food to colonize them, which is kind of frustrating. Okay, let's bring my warband back down here. Where's my scout? Yeah, you're not really doing anything now, are you? I'm wondering if I can actually reassign you to something else. I don't need a scout anymore. Got a healer. Actually, what other buildings can I build? Hall of Scallards. Train your villagers to become Scallards who will increase your clan's fame and happiness. So, should we just build it in here because, you know, why not? And I'm going to get him to do that. I can't actually get him to, a scout to go and do that, which is disappointing. So it looks like I can reassign him to different various jobs, but I can't get him to just go and do building stuff. I'm going to colonise that area now. There is a wolf there. I can't get into that area. I'm assuming that the rocks are advertising. Advertising? Yeah, that sounds about right. The wolves are... Sorry, the rocks are showing where the outskirts are for the map itself. So yeah, it's just limited areas. So whilst there are wolves in there, unless we could eventually come around the coast, I'm not too sure. We'll never be able to get there. So we can move up to there and push the fog of war out. So no, we don't push the fog of war out anywhere at all. Okay, well, we'll let our scout do his rummaging. We'll build this place here. I don't know how much it'll actually matter in terms of end of game score for this, what is again first of all a tutorial level, but let's see what it does. And then yeah, I'll put a cut in, and then part 2 will be the second part of the story mode. Yeah, we'll see where that takes us. Hall of Scalds. Scalds? Did I say Scallards before? I can't remember. So the hall is complete. Scout is still scouting. So you go in and do that. Skald. So now you're a Scald. Does that mean we have some happiness from him being a Scald? Which he just seems to stand outside his hut with no one around him. His voice must travel, that's what it must be. His voice must travel on the winds, and yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's right, you come over here and build that for me. -5. So we're certainly using more firewood now. So you can become another woodcutter. You can become another woodcutter as well. So we'll double up wood production. Looks like everything is full now. Yeah, so we are actually capped out on population. Well, I haven't received a warning to say we've capped out on population either. So the scout did his business. Good man. Looks like I'm going to assign him back to there to be a villager. And we'll get on with building that. Assign more people to it, so can you also help? No, it is just one person. Oh no, that's just sending them there, isn't it? So come back there and don't do anything, just do what you were doing. Business as usual, please. You've got loads of wood there, you do understand that. Needs more houses, but we don't need to grow our clan anymore, we're just finishing it off. Now, oh good, that didn't finish it actually, because that's put us into a cutscene. At last, thanks to your efforts, our clan can now put out to sea. Anchors away, proud Vikings, we sail for Northgard. Like little anime style characters as well. Your end draws near, Hagen. Hagen does. I hate your ice cream. And victory! Yeah. Okay guys, well, actually I'll hit continue first. Oh no, so there is no, I was wondering if there was a cutscene as well. I wasn't going to call it, but looks like chapter 2 is foothold, and that's all continue. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.